Field in Detroit. It's Week 15.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his fourth season in the NFL.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's a pickup of 6. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. The numbers for McCaffrey last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now left side on the swing pass. Oh, good move. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring your running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Winslow. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Temple. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hinton. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 2nd down, Hinton. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Lions had 8 and 5 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Buying time to his left. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll get this one complete to Winslow. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he will find Winslow. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Sam Sloman now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers.
This is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Second and 5. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
This one caught by Winslow. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 8. Forced it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off play action. Temple. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 34 yards. And the Lions are back within a score. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Throwing to start the drive. Temple. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On second down now. Hinton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
From the gun on third down, Temple. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hinton. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Hinton. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
He'll get it inside the 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run on first down. Hinton. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Oh, a nice spin. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Hankins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Lions will take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now they try the right side here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. He'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Now, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
67 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 3, second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
On first down, Hinton. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On second down, Hinton, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. High throw, but the catch is made. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run on first down. Hinton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point try now for Patterson. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So now the Panthers down on the scoreboard. 1:44 to go. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And Winslow brings it in over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Lions, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.